Welcome back to Press Pass here on BeTerrific. We're here at the John Starks Foundation charity golf outing, and it's all about the kids and all about education. And that's why Joe Torre is here today.
There's no question. I mean, we have a foundation also, and John's been very supportive of ours. And you know, the kids are our future.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not only they're our future here in this country, but all over the world. And I think it's our responsibility, even though we may not have the same last name, to make sure that we help them, on that path.
Yeah, and they do a great job of, helping kids that otherwise would not be able to maybe go to college or maybe afford to go to college. And, they have to maintain a certain GPA, and it's just a great way to give back.
Well, to me, I mean, first of all, John the individual, you know how special he is.
Yeah, yeah.
He's very unselfish. He was that way as a player, and just understanding. I mean, not only do I feel, and I know you do too, it's our responsibility. Once we get the spotlight, to make sure that we use our celebrity for something that's going to benefit these kids.
Yeah.
And, I think it's a no-brainer. It's not easy to do because you not only, it's nice to have a golf tournament and have people come out, but to have a foundation that functions so well and reaches so many young people, that's what makes it so satisfying.
Since 1994.
It's incredible. I know we started our foundation in 2002, and it just makes you feel good. All of a sudden, you're on the field and you're cheering the wins, and you're hating the losses, and then all of a sudden you realize that there's a responsibility that goes along with that.
Something that's much more important. The future. Our future is in them.
Darn right.
And I mean, you've seen it, you've managed, and now you're really have taken even a bigger role in baseball because you're in control of a lot of teams or working with a lot more teams.
Well, we service a lot of teams. I'm the chief baseball officer, which means everything you see on the field that you like and don't like is my responsibility. So, but again, we have young players playing baseball, and you just have to make sure that because discipline is part of my responsibility. You just want the game. You want everybody to respect the game that you played and that they're playing. And I think it's so important to go back and remember what it was like when you were, like in these kids' case, 17, 18, 19, and the big league guys, 22, 23, 24. First off, they have to understand it's not going to last forever.
Right.
Even though I think at times when we played this game, we thought it, would never go away.
Yeah. It doesn't last forever, and that's why education is so important. So important. Some guys do it early, some guys go back, but either way, you got to do it because baseball is not going to last forever. I played football. Football definitely doesn't last forever. But, I know in baseball, some guys get the opportunity to go a lot earlier or get drafted earlier at least. But even those guys, a lot of them go to college.
They do, and as well as I do, that Super Bowl ring, nobody can take it away from you.
Right.
Education's the same way.
You're right.
Once it's logged in here, and then you sort of get a sense of direction you're going in, nobody can take that away from you.
Now, from your perspective, is there a difference between a guy who's gone to college and a guy who's kind of fresh out? I mean, obviously he's been given some more time to mature, but what about his baseball intellect?
Well, again, it's a little bit different in your sport and our sport. Your sport, when you play college football, that jump isn't as much of a leap. Baseball's a little bit different. I mean, you go from college, to minor leagues most of the time.
Right.
There are only a handful of players that have gone right to the big leagues.
Yeah.
So, but again, it's all about experience. It's all about maturity. It's all about and even though you've been successful and I've had some success, in baseball with the Yankees, you learn from your mistakes. You learn from setbacks. You don't let them defeat you. So I think it's a good life's lesson. And you know, even though kids are devastated when they make mistakes, you realize that you know, that's part of success, is when you fail.
Now, this is your first year here at the golf outing.
It is, and it's just a stone's throw from my house too in Westchester. And you know, I think so far we've been out, you know, lucky to outrun the weather, and but it was a great turnout.
Yes, yes, it was.
They had 30-something foursomes, and everybody had a smile on their face.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure, you know, the foundation is very happy to have you here and helping out and doing things and helping them give back. And I'm sure you're happy, as you express, to be here.
Oh, I love being here. As I say, John, you know, not only a class guy, a good clutch player, but he's there for people.
Yeah.
And I, you know, and now all of a sudden that's translating into young people, and you know, I think it's pretty cool what he does, and you know, he's always front and forward. You know, as far as here I am. You know, and I'm just very proud of the work he's done, and I'm happy to be here.
It's been amazing to watch him grow from the basketball player John Starks to now the community person that he is now.
Well, you know, he was aggressive and always there and reliable in his career, and he was able to make that little bit of a leap. All of a sudden, you're in a little different role, and yet he's still that same reliable, you know, there for you all the time.
Definitely. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. I'm not going to hold up your...
Look at these. Look at these, man.
I'm not going to hold up your golf anymore.
Why not? I'm not a very good player.
Well, you know, we have our good days and bad days, right?
You got it.
All right, we'll be back right after this. Be terrific. Press pass.